Hello, my fellow comic book collectors. This is going to be another unboxing. I have a huge box behind me. This box is another from Stackry. I've been, ordering stuff from the US, sending it to Stackry, and just letting things build up. And then I get a big box and unbox it. So a couple of the advantages of using Stackry for me in Canada is it really does help with the shipping costs. It just really cuts that down. The other great thing is I can say what the prices are. Often what happened with me with customs, it was brutal. Like I was paying customs on shipping costs. It was crazy. So when eBay was adding up the price of the comic and then creating that invoice, it was including the shipping cost in the price. So then even though I paid customs at eBay, sometimes when it came into Canada, I'd still pay that customs on customs and shipping. It was just crazy. So I was just getting these massive bills where the customs could actually be more expensive than the comics. It drove me nuts. So having the system where I can say, okay, the comic is worth $10, and then they create like an invoice of all the items inside, and then that is what customs is actually charged on. So that was a big, it's a big savings not to have to pay those huge custom fees. So with all that said, let's get into the unboxing. I'll just quickly open it. So I'm a little bit nervous about this. Always, it's always scary to send all your books to somebody else rather than yourself. But Stackry seems to be pretty good about bubble wrapping and trying to reduce the things, and they did a good job of shipping it. So you'll notice that there's a lot of packages once I open it up. See how many packages? Okay, and you'll see actually there's still more. Okay, a little bit nervous because they didn't really send the slabs the best way. There was a couple of slabs that were in here, and they did kind of have it a little bit oddly shipped, but everything arrived safely, so that's a good sign. I might have to call them. They're actually good. They have really good customer service. If you call them and say, hey, look, can you ship it this way? Be careful of slabs, for example. They will actually take the extra time and ship it properly. So they have really good customer service that way. So let's get into the very first package. And you can actually ask them to keep the original shipping. So they'll actually ship all of it together with the original packaging. And that way you know that it's doubly safe because it's bubble wrapped around the actual original shipping. So it's really quite safe. But generally what you'll have, when you do it that way, you'll get higher shipping costs because the package will be pretty big at that point. I kind of did a cross between the two. So I said take out some of the shipping stuff, some of the packaging, because it was just kind of big. But keep some things in the original packaging. So they did a little bit of both in this order. They took out the slabs, for example, but yeah. So this is okay. So this is the first thing that I got, and this is actually a collection that I already had, and this is kind of dupes for me. And the reason I got this again was there was one issue that I was missing, and I figured, hey, might as well get like the cost to get one issue was actually the same as getting like a little collection. So I got this little collection, and it's all related to Marvel Zombies. So Marvel Zombies first appeared in Fantastic Four, and it was in this issue 21. Really great read. You should really check it out. It's Ultimate Fantastic number 21 was the first issue, and it's a really great story. Definitely worth checking out. So you got to check that out. But this is the issue I didn't have. This is issue number 22, and this is where they made their first full appearance. It was only on the last page of 21 where you see the zombies. This book, you see that it's all the zombies come out basically. And what it is it's kind of like the zombie apocalypse, but what if there were superhero zombies? So it's kind of great. Magneto is the good guy, which is kind of interesting. And that's 22 where they made their first full appearance. And I guess this is kind of their first cover appearance. So this is also part of the story. You kind of see the zombies in the background. There's actually another book where they make their true first appearance on cover. And that would be in this one, which is issue 30. So it was like 7 issues later that they kind of come back and make their first full appearance on the cover. So it's kind of a weird set that you have to get if you want to get Marvel Zombies. You have to get 21, 22, 23, and number 30. And some other key issues kind of... So what happened is it's almost like 2 stories. So the first story kind of wrapped up in 23, and then the story kind of happens again. It makes sense, but it's one of those things where the story kind of gets picked up again in issue 30, and then it sort of goes through its little arc in 31, and then finishes up in 32. So there's like 2 arcs. And it's a really great story, worth reading. So I enjoyed it. I actually ended up picking up the whole entire set of Ultimate Fantastic Four because I realized that after reading just the zombie part, that the whole series was quite good. So I ended up ordering the whole set. And it's pretty affordable. That's the other good thing. So believe it or not, I picked all those zombie ones up for $30. So not too bad. So that's that. Okay, so the next one, I realize I'm rambling a lot. Oh, this one was poorly shipped. Oh my goodness. Considering what this is how they sent it. They would have sent it like this. Oh my goodness. I can't believe they sent it this way. This is like a really rare book. And they sent it in just no padding or anything. This is like a really pricey book. This is Zombie Tramp #1. At least they put it in a top loader, so it's somewhat protected. But man, they really should have had it boarded and something. But they just put it in a silly mailer. Oh my goodness. Okay, so this is a really rare book. There's probably less than 1,000 copies of this. On the census, there's less than 10. Okay, and it is just a really rare book. It's the first appearance of Zombie Tramp. Usually what you'll see is an SR. That's a second print. This is the first print, and it's just really rare. And it's signed by the artist and creator, which is Dan Mendoza. Great guy. So just a really rare comic. This is one that I consider a grail for the Zombie Tramp thing. This book can cost anywhere from $1,000 to $2,000, just to give you a sense. I actually won it on a really good bid on eBay for about $600. So very rare book. And it's just a prize for my collection because it is one that I've been wanting for a while, but you just never find. It's really rare. I've only once seen it on auction, and this is it. So this is the one that I saw. And it's just really rare. It is not a 9.8, but it's probably a 9.6 based on, I see some like non-color breaking spine ticks that could probably be pressed out. But it is a nice copy. I just wish they had sent it a little bit more carefully. Okay, so that's that one. And then we get into the next one. Oh, this one's a great comic, but it's in such bad shape. It's so sad. It is just a really great comic. This is Thrilling Comics number 58, I believe. Yeah, or 67. 67. It's just a really great Alex Schomburg cover. And you can see it's just really beaten up. So you can actually see the strings that they use to like hold the comic together. It's a definite reader's copy. Even in a reader's copy, like this is like probably a G, like a good, it's a pretty pricey book generally. You can expect anywhere from $75 to $100, even in this grade. If it was in a higher grade, it would definitely fetch more money. But it's just a really great Alex Schomburg cover. And it's one that I really liked. It is with Princess Pantha on the cover. So it's just a really great Princess Pantha cover. A character I like. I like these jungle girls from the Golden Age. So that is definitely one that I really enjoy. But I wish it was in higher grade. But I got a really good deal on it, so I thought, hey, why not? So sometimes you get what you get. You know, it's just what's available. And that just... It's a pretty low grade, but it's, you know, it's all there at least. It's complete. It's just in really bad shape. Okay, so the next one. This is interestingly shipped. Okay, I gotta slice it all open. Always a bit of a challenge to get these things out. You got to kind of cut in such a way that you're not cutting the comic. And that can be a definite challenge. I don't know why they put it in this weird tissue paper. This is such an odd shipping. So some of this is the original packaging. It's not Stackry's fault. I can't blame Stackry. But it is whoever sent it really oddly. Gotta find the comic. Where is the comic? Wow, what an idiot. Oh my goodness. And the comic falls on the floor. Jeez. Okay, this is a really pricey book, and they sent it in tissue paper. What the heck? And they didn't even bag it or board it. This is like Wonder Woman number 45. Golden Age Wonder Woman, major key, and actually in awesome shape. It's, believe it or not, considering the crappy shipping, really great shape. I'd say this is like a 4.5 or maybe even a 5. Really high grade. Like maybe even higher, maybe 5.5. It is just really brand new looking. The only issue is this one corner up here where it's a bit iffy, but man, really nice. Really great grade. And this is a kind of a key, a Golden Age key for Wonder Woman. This is kind of where they retell her origin stories. So just a really great book, and one that is highly sought after by collectors of Golden Age Wonder Woman, because it is a major key. I got this for $200. So it was a really great price. Typically in this grade, you're looking at around $1,000. So, yeah, I just wish they had bagged and boarded it, which would have been nice. But sometimes people have things that they don't know what it is, and then they ship it showing that ignorance. They don't really know what they're doing. Okay, so this next one is a bit better shipped. Okay, wow, it's like really well boarded, and I gotta very interestingly wrapped. Okay, hopefully all that worked. There's like so many bags and boards here. Oh, okay, this is a really great one too. It's another great comic. This is not a key in any, well, it is a semi-key. It's Crime Reporter number 1. And I actually gave the guy a pretty good offer on this, like a pretty low offer, and he went with it. I said $200. It's Crime Reporter number 1. It's actually not a key issue in terms of generally the ones that people seek. But it is kind of a cool cover. I don't think it's Matt Baker, but Matt Baker actually did a lot of the art. So it might be Matt Baker, but I'm not sure. Basically, Crime Reporter number 2, which is another major, that's a major key, is Matt Baker cover. And it's one that was kind of notorious within this the SOTI collection. So this is number one, which is the first issue of the whole series, which is kind of cool to have. But it's not that major key. The number two is the one, and the reason the number two is so notorious is it's the one that features the one-liner where he's going to use a hot poker on this woman, and he's going to torture her with a hot poker, and it's just notorious for that, and it just showed the depravity of comics. So it was kind of a major issue. Crime Reporter number one, it's cool in its own right, just that it is the first of the series, and it is a great cover. I just really like the cover. So I thought, hey, if I'm going to aim for those other ones in the series, why not have the first of the series? Okay, so we're almost done. Got two more to go. This one's a little bit more interesting. What is this? Okay, so we're going to find out what this is in a second. Okay, this one's in a bag, and then it's in a box, so it's a little challenging. I hate when people do this. Okay, so another thing that is sort of a pet peeve of mine is when they do the following. I'm going to show you, and you're going to see the comic. Okay, so this is the comic, but see what they did? They actually used like this masking tape across the comic cover, and obviously this tape is very sticky, and it's not going to come off easily. It might rip the bag, or if I'm lucky, I can get it off. Yeah, I got it on that side. Yeah, see, it's one of those things where I wish they wouldn't do that. So we got this one. Somebody mentioned this one. I'm just trying to remember. Oh, yes. This is kind of a cool comic. It was my friend Mark Allroyd. You got to check out his channel. He's a great guy. He was telling me about this book. He's like, he was covering the corner like this, and he was asking, who's the first appearance in this? I had no idea. And it's the first appearance of Usagi Yojimbo in color. Not his first actual appearance, but it's his first color appearance is in this one, which is Doomsday Squad number 3, I believe. Yeah. So Doomsday Squad number 3, first appearance of the colored version, like Usagi Yojimbo in color. So it's kind of a cool book to pick up. It is a cheap book to pick up. One that I didn't want to send to Canada because the shipping was more expensive than the comic. It's like a $3 comic, $3 to $5 comic. So very cheap, but a great one. Because it is Usagi Yojimbo in color. Kind of cool. First appearance in color. So kind of cool. So I like that one. So let's get into the last one here. So we're getting a lot of different things in this unboxing because I collect a lot of random stuff. Okay, so this one's, again, shipped very strangely. Okay. Hopefully I can get this one out. Okay. Okay, so this one is interesting. This is a spec that a lot of people have been hearing about recently, and it's not a key that was worth anything anytime recently. Well, until recently, I should say, but now it's worth something. This is Amazing Spider-Man 209, and this is the first appearance of Calypso. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm pronouncing her name right. And I think she's been slated to be in one of the new movies, either this Amazing Spider-Man movie that's coming out or some other movie. But they've already casted her. They've done photos of her on on the internet where they show who the woman is. It's actually played by some really pretty actress. So it should be, she should do a good job, I think. And so it's just kind of cool. It's just like a key that was kind of under the radar. And whether or not this character will be that big of a character, it's just kind of cool to have the first appearance. And I like trying to pick up first appearance of characters from Amazing Spider-Man. So Calypso. Okay, so you can read about that online, and there's a lot of talk about it. One last thing to show. Now I kind of left this to the end because this is the big books from the collection. Well, actually, the Zombie Tramp was the biggest book, believe it or not. If you're not familiar with Zombie Tramp, get familiar with it because that was huge. That was a massive book. But these are kind of interesting ones. This is Archie, or like early Archie. Okay, I'm gonna just take this out. Okay, this is early Archie, a 0.5, really low grade. It's missing What's Wrong with It. 1/3 of the back cover and 1/4 of the last page missing. Effects story. Spine of color completely split and detached. So it's just in really rough shape, but the cover itself presents well. This was not an expensive buy. It was like less than 100. For early Archie, that's actually a good price, even at this grade. And it's just a really great cover. Just some good girl art. Great cover. Great, funny thing here. Like Jughead is saying to Archie, "Psst, Arch, I got the jalopies warmed up and set for a quick getaway as soon as you pick the winner." Because both girls are probably going to kill Archie if he decides to choose the other girl. So I like the fact that they're making their getaway. So it's kind of cool. So that's kind of a cool book. Archie number 13. Really early Golden Age Archie. And then we got this one, Journey into Fear. Now, you're probably wondering, what's so big about this one? Well, Journey into Fear is, it features, it doesn't actually say, but some of the issues feature Matt Baker's art. But this one, it was mentioned in The Seduction of the Innocent. So this is kind of a key issue for Journey into Fear. It was the only issue from the series that was mentioned in The Seduction of the Innocent, but it's one that is kind of major for the fact that it's a series that had a lot of kind of pushing the boundaries books and stories, and this one was the one that was actually featured in The Seduction of the Innocent. So it's kind of a key book. But I forget the reason. I think it's the one where she's like a vampire situation. So yeah, so just a really great book. Golden Age precode horror, which is always expensive and rare. I got a good price on it. I got it for about $200. So that's really good, even though it's a low grade. The cover presents really well. So that was kind of key. I'm not really sure why that it got such a low grade. Maybe the spine is more mangled. It has a pretty major spine roll, which could easily be fixed. But that's really the only thing I see. Oh, yes, there is a rip right here in the back. Not sure if you can see that. There's a bit of a, here. Here is a bit of the page is missing. But, sorry, yeah, right there. It's hard to see on the backwards. So yeah, so that's all that's wrong with it. It's on the back, not such a big issue. It does detract from the grade, obviously, but it presents really, really well. A really great cover. So yeah, it's a great one to have in my collection. So I'm really getting close to having that full collection of SOTI books. So wish me luck. I'm working my way there. I think I'm less than 50 away, which doesn't sound like close, but it's close considering how big the collection is. It's over 150 issues. So that's my unboxing. Lots of stuff. Hopefully something that was interesting for you watching this video. Please check me out on Instagram I link my Instagram account in the description, and also I'm doing my giveaway. So there'll be a new giveaway soon, but I'm still doing my 1000K subscriber giveaway, and you can still sign up for it and hopefully win. So that will also be in the description. So thanks again for watching, and bye for now.